Audi launched the first RS6 back in 2002, but now, 6 years later, there's a new RS6, with this, the Avant, going on sale a couple of months before the saloon. Everything about the new RS6 is bigger and supposedly better than the outgoing car, including the price. This car will set you back over £77,000, although its performance definitely puts it in the supercar bracket. The RS6 Avant is basically a big estate car, and so, I can't believe I'm about to say this, it's actually quite a practical car. There's a massive boot for taking picnics to Le Mans and the odd shopping trip, and a luxurious cabin that features just about every gadget you could ask for in a car. The standard features include quattro four-wheel drive and a 6-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission that thankfully also has steering wheel mounted paddles, but it's what's under the bonnet that makes the RS6 so special. This is a 5-litre twin-turbo V10 petrol engine that pushes out 580 PS, making the RS6 Audi's most powerful road car ever. As a result of all that grunt, the car will hit 62 miles an hour from rest in a fraction over 4.5 seconds, and go on to reach either 155 miles an hour, if you've opted for an electronic governor, or 175 if you haven't. The old RS6 had a 50-50 front-to-rear torque split, but the new car feeds 60% of the power to the rear wheels, giving a slight rear bias. The thing is, the car's a heavy old thing, and the permanent four-wheel drive means that on tight, twisty roads, like our test route in the south of France, it'll understeer and try to push the nose wide on corners. Granted, it's better than the old car, but you'll still just scrub off speed and squeal the tyres if you're too much of a hooligan. Like the old car, the new RS6 has Audi's dynamic ride control fitted as standard, but that too has had a few tweaks, and so there's now a switch that offers 3 damper settings: comfort, dynamic and sport, depending on how stiff you'd like your suspension. The brake discs are massive, as you'd expect to keep the car in check, with an upgrade to ceramic brakes available if you fancy pushing the price over £80,000. Now, most people would wince at paying that sort of money for an estate car, but Audi reckons money won't be a significant issue for prospective RS6 buyers. Most, according to Audi, will have several other cars, and the RS6 will probably be the most usable car in their stable. Blimey. That gear change is one of the car's strongest features. Audi's Dynamic Shift Program, or DSP, allows gear changes of around 1/10 of a second, virtually seamless power in other words. It's hard to imagine a saloon with this kind of performance, let alone an estate. Audi is absolutely right. The RS6 Avant will probably find itself parked up alongside Porsches, Ferraris and Aston Martins, but it'll be the Audi that'll come out when a long-distance cruise with luggage is called for, or even a trip to Tesco's for a week's shopping come to that. Supercar performance and price, but with the everyday carrying capability of a big estate and fuel economy of around 20 mpg. The RS6 won't sell in huge numbers, but there's enough demand to guarantee a waiting list. If you ordered an RS6 tomorrow, you'd be looking at waiting about a year before taking delivery. No wonder Audi's press team looked pretty pleased with themselves at its launch.